Brothers and sisters, today I need to speak to you about the Word, Yahushua Messiah, the living Word. How we shall understand that Yahushua says, those words I speak to you are Ruach and Life. Now, many of people focus on the flesh, on the healings of the flesh. Those things Yahushua performed, but even so, they still would not believe. He was speaking with authority and power. The word which Yahushua was speaking was the living word. And I repeat again, he said, those words I speak to you are Ruach and Life. His taught ones were following him for 3 years. And the last Pesach they had together, Yahushua says to Philip, when Philip says, show us the Father and it will be well with us. And Yahushua says, have I not been long enough with you? And you still don't know me, Philip? You don't know that who sees me sees the Father also? And you ask me, show us the Father? Yahushua is the mouth of Elohim. In Psalms, the word of Yahweh says, I will open my mouth in parables. Who was speaking those parables? None other but Yahushua himself. He is the word which is living. He is the life-giving Ruach which became flesh and tabernacle among us. Everything was made through him and by him and for him. He was talking to people when he was on earth. But ask yourself, how many did receive him? And how many of them were mocking him? Making him little, being disrespectful. What Yahushua said to his taught ones? He said they would not treat you differently if they regard him, if they will receive him, but they would not. We also need to remember when he said, many are called, but few are chosen. But everyone here says, I'm the chosen one. And if someone brings fruit, you disrespect that one. You cannot see that fruit. And you say, oh, but Yahushua was healing people and casting demons, and you not? Because it's not up to that person to do so. It doesn't mean that that person is not filled with the set apart Ruach and does not bring fruit of love and does not work. Means the person is not working, but the set apart Ruach in that person. And also remember, don't blaspheme the set apart Ruach. And what that means can happen unwillingly or unknowingly, because if someone truly has the works of the set apart Ruach in him and you disrespect that person, you don't disrespect that person, you disrespect the one who is in that being, in that vessel. Because you cannot discern the works of the set apart Ruach. You cannot discern, you cannot see that someone can be filled with the breath of life and is going to give you, and he is trying to feed you the bread, but you ignore it, but you make it unimportant and disregard it. Yahushua was speaking about those things. That's what he was dealing with. His flesh is from above, but those whom he sent, they have a flesh of dust, yet they are filled with him. They are filled with the set apart Ruach, with the Ruach and Life, but they are not charismatic. They actually come with love, and that's why they're being spit on. I'm not speaking for my sake, because I don't care about myself. You can disregard me and spit on me as much as you want, but I'm coming here for your sake. If you keep doing that, if you disregard me, thinking you just disregard me as a person, you actually disrespect the one who is set apart. What you think those words which are coming to you daily are my own words, my own ideas, my speculations? Are those words filled with love? Are they filled with goodness? Yahushua is good news. And if the words which are coming from this mouth are about Yahushua only, and he is the center of it, then this is the breath of life which is coming from this vessel, not because I'm good, not because I'm special, but because the one who is in me is, and I, as a vessel, I'm only serving him. And I don't need you to respect me at all, but please, for your sake, please respect the word. Don't make it little. Receive it. Receive it to yourself, because it will be nourished. There is no myself, my personal ideas here. I have no life. I have no life, personal life. I give my life. Yes, I have a son, I have a place to live, but those things I need to deal with because I have the flesh. But inside, in me, there is someone greater than my flesh. And obviously, there is the resilience from the world, but also from believers, those who say they are filled. But you're coming with the knowledge of man, and you say this is from above. Yahushua is the only matter from above, no one else. He is the only one who came from there and returned where he came from. He actually speaks about it in John 3, Yohanan 3, to Nicodemus. So I have a witness. I'm saying that to you. I have witness when I speak. The Father witness what I say, and Yahushua does witness to what I say. So I'm not on my own here. If you say I need witnesses, I have them. And Yahweh hears, and Yahushua hears, and they witness that I speak the truth. And if I'm not speaking truth to you, I better perish. I'd rather perish. Because, look, I already gave my life to Yahushua. I already gave my life for him. I only have him. He is my pupil. He is a pupil of my eye. But if you say he is your pupil of your eye, why don't you have the works coming from you, his works? And why you envy those and disrespect those who do? Why don't you receive it? And then it will be well with you. And then we can be one as he is one with his Father. And we can be the part of his works which he promised. Get prepared. Be prepared for the greatest works instead of doing your own, fulfilling your own will. I've been disrespected by everyone. People say I love you, but they patronize me. But what they did to Yahusha, they did the same thing. Even his taught ones. And Peter Kepha said, don't be too hard on yourself. You do that to one another. You would not say the truth because you are scared of it. Or maybe you just don't have the discernment in you. And you say you do. But none of you have the fruit of love, and the works are not in you. And I hear people saying the belief without works is dead. But where are the works? Show me your works. If you say you believe, you don't even know what the belief is. Belief comes from above. And it's not because you say it, because you have from church, because you've been going for many years. It does not come from there. It comes from above. And if you have that belief in you, you shall have the works also. And what are the works? Are the word. Works are the word of Elohim. The bread of life is the work of Elohim. Yahushua said, the words I speak to you are Ruach and Life. And he is the living word which did all things, create all things. So Yahushua is the works of Elohim. And not necessarily the healings of flesh are the healings which matter, because the healing which matters is the healing of the heart. And the word of Elohim targets the heart, not the flesh. The healing of the flesh was for reason to esteem Elohim and show his might. And that's what Yahushua did, esteemed his Father through the works he meant to do. Because he is the word which is living. He was speaking to them. But nobody treated seriously, except few. Maybe a little bit more than few. If we compare the amount of those who believe Yahushua at that time to those who reject him, you will see that not much change in this time. This is John 3, Yohanan 3. The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it, but do not know where it comes from and where it goes. So is everyone who has been born of Ruach. Nicodemus answered and said to him, how is it possible for this to take place? Yahushua answered and said, are you the teacher of Israel, and do not know this? Truly, truly, I say to you, we speak what we know, and witness what we have seen, and you do not receive our witness. There is like the wall. Because if you are born of flesh, and most of you are born of flesh, that's what it is. You need to be born from above. And it's not because you say you are born from above, because the fruit has to come from you, which it's the indication that you have the one who is from above in you, and the works also will be shown, will come from you. But if those things are not present, if you only have the word which is of this world. And this no bread which is living in you. The thing about it is that those who have the set apart Ruach only are able to discern about the true fruit. So even if someone is filled with the set apart Ruach, man only will believe if he will see the wonders and signs. Those who have no set apart Ruach in them, they need wonders and signs and miracles, healings of the flesh and all those to believe. But those who are filled, they will see the fruit, because they will recognize the word which is living, which is the love from above. But I can speak to you and no one will get it, because you're still of flesh. And to be born of Ruach and water is not a hard thing to do. It's to crave that love from above. Like Yahushua says, ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and it will be open to you. But you obviously think that you already have, and this is the mistake. It's like a circle goes around and you're going back to the same spot you were before, because you're too sure, because the heart, prideful heart, the stony heart will make sure that you are deceived, that you already think of yourself that you received. And because you think that, you would not ask for the bread of life, you would not ask for the love, you would not ask for the set apart Ruach, because you think you already have. But those who have, they ask for more. Those who have, they don't think of themselves much. So they will ask, they will keep asking, even if they have. They want to make sure they will be serving in truth. They want to be filled. They don't want to stumble. They don't want to upset Yahweh. Not because of those promises, but because they love Yahweh and Yahushua, because they truly love the Creator, they truly love Messiah Yahushua, and they will do everything because they're so thankful, because they had nothing, they had no identity. Without Yahushua, they will be truly dead, because they already gave their lives to Him, and they only have His life. So what else they can do? They only can serve Him, and they will do nothing else. If they could, they will be awake all night. I don't want to sleep. I want to be serving my Master. This is what is happening. That's the love which shall be great in you. The fire shall burn in you. You should not be in fear. What you are scared of? Why are you so scared to commit your life? Why are you so scared to give it all? There is not much here. What you really worry to lose? What you want to keep from this place? What you really enjoy? Because there is nothing here which is forever. All those things are temporary, and they just good for short time. But the life which is eternal, it's everlasting. If you do not believe when I spoke to you about earthly matters, how are you going to believe when I speak to you about the heavenly matters? And no one has gone up into the heaven except He who came down from the heaven, the son of Adam. Yahushua is the only one who can tell you about the matters of above, because He is the matter, the only one who is the witness to the heavenly matters, which He represents. He is the exact representation of His Father for you. So if you don't receive Him, how you will know about anything? Nothing can be received. If it's the matter from above, only can be received from above. You can't receive from man unless that being is filled with the set apart Ruach. But you should not focus on that person, but on what is in that being, because those things which matter are unseen, not the flesh. Flesh is not important. Who is delivering the message to you from above does not matter. We are only a tools. That's what we shall be treated like. We should love one another because we serving the same purpose. Yahusha, the Son of living Elohim, and we are the flesh of dust, yes. But this is no time for being personal. We're not here to fulfill our own will, to fulfill Elohim's will. We need to know His will by receiving His Son. And as Moshe lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so the Son of Adam has to be lifted up. And if you believe in Him with your heart, you need to believe it with your heart, not only with your mouth, confessing, but the heart is where the treasure shall be. So that whoever is believing in Him should not perish, but possess everlasting life. So if you believe in Him, you already have Him in you. What else you need? For Elohim so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, so that everyone who believes in Him should not perish but possess everlasting life. For Elohim did not send His Son into the world to judge the world, but that the world through Him might be saved. Some people claim, I'm from this tribe or from this tribe, and someone calls other that they are Gentiles. Whoever believes in Yahusha with his heart and confesses with his mouth is saved. Doesn't matter. Everyone has to come through Him. If you don't receive Him, if you don't believe with your heart and you don't have Him in your heart, doesn't matter you are Gentile or not. Yahusha didn't come to condemn the world, but to save it. Those who believe in Him, those who will have their hearts circumcised, they will be saved. Doesn't matter the color of the skin, doesn't matter the position, doesn't matter how wise you are, if you're rich or poor. And even if you're rich, doesn't mean you cannot be saved. What is not possible to man is possible to Elohim. He who believes in Him is not judged, but he who does not believe is judged already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Elohim. And I want to speak about the name, because people say, I want to make sure I speak right or pronounce right, that I know the true name, especially those, the true name is sacred name is Torah movement, and those who come into the truth. The name will be revealed to you. Focus on the love which Yahweh shall give you. And Yahusha is that love. The rest will be given. Doesn't mean that everyone who knows the name in his mind, because truly, like Yahushua said, man can only receive from above, not from man. And this is the judgment, that the light has come into the world, and men loved the darkness rather than the light, for their works were wicked. Because the world is darkness. And Yahushua said, I need to do the works, because it's a day now. And night is coming, and no one will be able to do any works. When Yahushua was here on earth, he was the light in the world. He was the day in this world. But when he left, the darkness came upon the earth, and now we live, it's night here. And man likes it, because their deeds are hidden, and they would not like to come to light. For everyone who is practicing evil methods hates the light and does not come to the light, lest his works should be exposed. But the one doing the truth comes to the light, so that his works are clearly seen, that they have been wrought in Elohim. Hear this. So if you have the works of Elohim in you, which will come from him, you would not hide. They will be seen. And there will be no fear in you either. There will be no fear of darkness, because the love will be in you, which conquers the fear. After this, Yahushua and his taught ones came to the land of Yehuda, and he remained there with them and was immersing. And Yohanan was also immersing in Ain near Salim, because there were plenty of water there, and they were coming and were being immersed. For Yohanan had not yet been put into prison. Then dispute arose between some of Yohanan's taught ones and the Yahudim about cleansing. And they came to Yohanan and said to him, Rabbi, he who was with you beyond the Jordan, to whom you have witnessed, see, he is immersing, and all are coming to him. And hear what Yohanan says. No man is able to receive any matter unless it is given to him from the heaven. So if you follow man and listen to man, you're on the wrong path, I can tell you. You did not establish the relationship with Yahushua. You did not pick up your stake, and you don't know how it's like. Because if you know how it's like, you will never go this way, which you are walking now on. You would not choose that path. And people say, oh, we've been told to fellowship together with others, to be together. I'm asking you now, when the taught ones they were together, but who actually made the decision? Who was the one who chose them? That there were those 12. Did they pick one another? Or that was from above? So if you now choose your fellowship, if you make decision who is around you, it's your decision. Because the time did not come yet for the works, the greatest works that is going to be, and that will, who you will be with. I'm talking about which vessel will be with you, will be filled with the works. It's not up to you, it's up to Elohim. It's not that we need to look for people and gather together because this is what we have to do. No, because you are social. You want to be close to the other flesh, and be honest, that's what it is. Because the fellowship in set apart Ruach, it's fine without the flesh. We can be far away and we can fellowship. There is no limit to Elohim. For Elohim, all things are possible. You yourselves are witnesses for me that I said, I'm not the Messiah, but I'm sent ahead of him. He that has the bride is the bridegroom, but the friend of the bridegroom who stands and hears him rejoices greatly because of the voice of the bridegroom. So this joy of mine is complete, and so my joy is complete also. I don't need your compliments. I don't need you clap hands what I say. I don't need subscribers, plenty of subscribers and viewers. I have the love of the one who is meek and humble, who is the living word. I have that love in me, and I have his joy in me. I have the reward already. Even if you spit on me, and I still will love you. Even so, this love is not mine. I don't know you, and I love you. That's why I know this is not from me. I would not care otherwise. It is right for him to increase, but me to decrease. And listen to this one. He who comes from above is over all. He who is from the earth is of the earth and speaks of the earth. He who comes from the heaven is over all. And what he has seen and heard, that he witnesses, and no one receives his witness. So, if you are filled with set apart Ruach, nobody will receive it. If you of the world, if you're born of flesh, it would not do anything to you. You will hear this like the other teaching, it will be the same, and you would not get it. It will sound beautiful to you, but you would not receive it to yourself, because it is from above. If it's from above, if the Father desires, then you will receive. I'm the vessel, I give the bread, but would you eat it? It's not up to me to force you. It's the Father who will make you eat it or who will make you reject it. For he whom Elohim has sent speaks the words of Elohim, for Elohim does not give the Ruach by measure. The Father loves the Son and has given all into his hand. He who believes in the Son possesses everlasting life, but he who does not obey the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of Elohim remains on him. And Yahushua said, pick up your stake and follow me. Receive me to yourself. Whoever loves me obeys my word. I am the true vine. You are the branches. Stay in me, and I stay in you. Peace be to you.